Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the graduation promotion ceremony for the Academy Class 19 Alpha Fire Recruits. Academy Class 19 Alpha, attend, hut, fall in. All guests, please rise for the singing and playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the invocation. Color guard, parade the colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Firefighter Magana, for singing the national anthem. Color guard, post. Lieutenant Javier Alanis will now give our invocation.
Let us bow our heads. I ask that we all take a moment of silence for all our brothers and sisters that have lost their lives or been affected by the COVID virus. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with humble hearts and gratefulness to honor the members of Recruit Class 19 Alpha, their families, our guests, and our fire department members. God, as they begin their careers, be the light to guide and protect them as they offer their hands to those in danger and need. We ask, Lord, that you give them patience, judgment, and compassion to do your work. Father, this gathering is indeed a special occasion for the members of Recruit Class 19 Alpha, as they will be receiving their official induction as members of the McAllen Fire Department for completing their probation. We kindly ask you, Heavenly Father, to send your mercy and blessings upon them, their families, and our fire department. In your Son's holy name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Lieutenant Alanis. Will the guests and fire personnel please be seated? Good afternoon, Mayor Darling, Commissioners, Assistant City Attorney, Fire Chief, our guest speaker, Chief Landing, command staff, family and friends, and our fire personnel. My name is Captain Raul Guzman. It is my honor to be the Master of Ceremonies for this special event. At this time, I would like to introduce the Interim Fire Chief for the McAllen Fire Department to speak more on our department and Academy Class 19 Alpha. Chief Schultz will also be introducing our city officials. Ladies and gentlemen, Interim Fire Chief James Schultz, McAllen Fire Department.
Thank you. First, isn't it a great, beautiful day to be in McAllen? It is beautiful outside. We're inside a very beautiful facility here for this great day. At this time, I'd like to recognize some of our elected officials that are here. We have the McAllen Mayor, Jim Darling. Thank you for coming out. We have Commissioner Zamora. I'm sorry, the JJ always throws me off. JJ Zamora. We have Commissioner Omar Quintanilla. And we have Commissioner Javier Villalobos. Thank you all for joining us today. And from our City Manager's office, we have Assistant City Manager Michelle Rivera. We do have a keynote speaker. He is the retired chief of the Laredo Fire Department. He's joining us on stage right now, Chief Steve Landine. Chief? And then I have members of the command staff with me. I have the Assistant Chief, Juan Gloria. I have our Fire Marshal, Augustine Galavan. I have our Deputy Chief of Administrative Support Division, Raymond Rodriguez. Deputy Chief of the Operations Division, Gerald Williamson. And I also have the Deputy Chief of our Training Division, Philip Winger. At this time, I'd like to invite our mayor to come up and give the official welcome. Come on up, Mr. Mayor. I know it's going to take you a while to go all the way around. We didn't have the set of stairs this time for you. Ladies and gentlemen, our McAllen Mayor, Jim Darling.
Thanks, Chief, and good morning, everyone. Normally, I would hop up on the stage, but I hadn't tried it yet, and I didn't want to, this is too much important of a ceremony for me to be flopping up on the stage, so I appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. It's a fantastic day in McAllen, like the Chief said, an important day for us. This academy is our fire department is such an important part of the city, and of course the academy preparing all these young men for their fire service is extremely important. This is I think our fire department started in 1913, And it was all volunteer then. Most departments were volunteer. And I think in the 40s, 1947 or so, we became a paid fire department. And so the fire department has had a long history. In 1913, the city was only 2 years old. We had a fire department, so think about that. Police and fire were the first departments that were actually created in the city for the protection of our citizens. And so they have a long and outstanding tradition in our city. Being a firefighter is quite an accomplishment. The training takes almost a year. The cadets have been with us for a year now, and so they've learned all the aspects of being a great firefighter. And we must thank all the staff that's done it. We have a great training staff here at the department, and I know they enjoy it. This is a special day for them because a lot of the fruits of their labor will be shown today in the great fire recruits that we have and that will be sworn in today. You know, fire departments are not just for fighting fires. They do a lot of other important things for our citizens, from EMS to the training department, to the building inspection departments, to the planning and subdivision reviews for our citizens, to the fire marshal's duties. And so there's many other, in arson investigation. So there's many other duties and career opportunities within the department. But the most important thing is that the career as a firefighter is a very noble one. It's something that your family should be proud of. It's a great career, and I want to welcome all of our new cadets to our city family, and we hope that you have a long and fruitful career with the city of McAllen. We're very proud of our employees. We have almost 2,000 employees now serving all our citizens, and none more important, certainly, than the fire department and the service that they provide our community. So today's an important day for them. Hopefully it's a day they'll remember. 2 years ago, I did a little training with the fire department cadets, and I got to tell you, they're in pretty good shape, and hopefully they'll stay in great shape and keep the physical requirements that they're required to meet and stay in great shape for the future of their careers. So welcome. Welcome to the next 25 or 30 years of your life out there. We hope you enjoy it. We know you will. Families, be proud of your cadets. They earn your pride, and they certainly, by the way, this is, I think, our only second class that all the beginning cadets finished. So it's very rigorous and it's very difficult to do it. So congratulations on that. I think that's an accomplishment that you should be very proud of. So parents, friends, relatives, hope you have a great day today, and make sure that you congratulate your sons and your friends and your relatives that are the cadets that became McAllen firefighters. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At this time, I'd like to call up the Assistant City Manager, Michelle Rivera, to give a few words from the City Manager's office. Michelle.
Thank you, Chief Schultz. Good morning, everyone. I'm honored to be a part of this ceremony today. Our city manager is out of town right now, and so I got the honor to come and speak to you this morning. So I want to welcome today's McAllen Fire Academy Cadet Class Alpha 19 Alpha. You've each come a long way and accomplished a great deal to get here today. Congratulations to you and to the families who support and encourage you. Congratulations to the fire department receiving 11 new additions to an already very talented division of our city. I understand that many of you are following in footsteps of relatives, brothers, grandfathers, and uncles who are already in a fire department, whether it's McAllen or other departments throughout the valley. So congratulations to those who've inspired you to this great call. It's an honor to be a public servant, and it takes a special public servant to put their lives on the line to protect life, property, and safety of our citizens. When I was trying to put together some words to share with you this morning, I reflected on public service and what it truly means. Public service is intended to serve all members of a community. It's usually provided by a government to people living within its jurisdiction by consensus that certain services should be available to all, regardless of income, physical ability, or mental acuity. But public service is not available without persons who choose to provide it, who make that a career choice. And each of you has made a choice to put the public, the citizen, first, and I commend you on that. I've seen you in action on the stair climb, and we're going up the stairs with these bunker gears on. It's a very amazing thing to see how well conditioned you are for that call when you do receive it. So when you're called to a fire, you will remember the oath that you've taken, and you'll do your very best to protect the lives and property of whoever you are called to serve that day. May God bless and protect you each and every day of your service. You have chosen well, performed well, and we welcome you to the elite, to the city of McAllen Public Servants. Thank you for your choice, your dedication, and getting to where you are today, and for all that you will do for our fine city today and in the future. Welcome.
Thank you, Michelle. Excuse me. At this time, I'd like to thank all the families and friends that have joined us today, the family members of our, the ones we're here to honor today. I don't want to call them cadets or recruits anymore, because as of today, that's going to change. Your support of the loved ones over the past year has been crucial. Having supportive family is crucial to the success of our cadets. I'm sorry. You got to get that off so I can talk. Is crucial to the success of our cadets in the face of the many challenges that they encounter in the Fire and EMT Academy. A year ago, they took their first steps to joining a much larger family, the fire service family. The American Fire Service has an estimated 1.1 million members across the nation. And as of graduation today, I'm very happy to say that number is growing by 11. Graduations are moments to celebrate. A time to gather with friends, family, coworkers, and look back at the accomplishments over the past year, what they've overcome. And this past year has been quite extraordinary. There's been a lot of challenges that we've never had to face before in our lifetime, in face of the global pandemic. What would normally already be an arduous schedule of studying, learning new skills in the academy, were overshadowed by the health threat affecting every corner of our nation. In fact, the entire world. I would also like to recognize and thank the training division staff and all the instructors that helped out in the Fire Academy and the EMT Academy for their outstanding effort and accomplishment of having 100% of the class graduate today. I'm proud to say that the 11 members of Cadet Class 19 Alpha have successfully overcome every obstacle that stood before them. They are a testament to the perseverance of the men and women that make up the fire service. If you really want to get under a firefighter's skin, tell them they can't do something and then stand back and watch them go at it. Where there's a will, there's a way, and firefighters have that will to overcome. While graduations represent the successful end to a long journey, they can also be summed up by one word, and that word is change. The 11 young men we are honoring today are not the same as when they started with us a year ago. Each one has been changed through long hours of study, through the repetition of learning new skills, and through the experience that they're gaining on shift. As of today, we will change how we refer to them. The members of 19 Alpha will no longer be called cadets or recruits, but now will be known as firefighters. Their uniforms are changing. No longer will they wear the drab gray uniform shirts that represented their probationary status. They will now wear the same uniform as their fellow firefighters. Moving forward through their career, they will constantly be experiencing change. Already the tight-knit group of 11 has been moved to different shifts, different stations. They're having to change and learn and adapt to that new situation, that new environment. As time goes by, they can study and promote up the ranks. With each promotion, there's change in job duties, change in assignment locations, and change in responsibilities. It is said that the only constant in our world is change, and as we all know, our world is always changing around us. Having been a firefighter for 29 years, I can attest the fact that the fire service, too, is always changing. But I can also tell you from personal experience, firefighters don't like change. That's just our nature. In fact, there's an old saying that says, the American Fire Service is 200 years of tradition, unimpeded by progress. While we jokingly say this, I would like to challenge each one of our new firefighters to not fear change, but in fact to embrace change. We as a fire service need to constantly look for new and better ways doing our jobs to improve the services that we provide and better ourselves through education and training. Every change for better that you can successfully achieve will take you one step closer to consistently providing the quality of services, quality of life to all who live, work, and visit the city of McAllen. In closing, I'd like to congratulate the class of 19 Alpha and welcome them to the McAllen Fire Department family. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you, Chief Schultz. I would now like to introduce our guest speaker for today's event. Recently retired from the Laredo Fire Department, Fire Chief Steve Eric Landine. Chief Landine is currently serving as the Emergency Management Coordinator for the Webb County, Texas. Prior to his current employment, Chief served as Emergency Management Coordinator for the city of Laredo. He holds associate's degrees in fire technology from Pikes Peak Community College, Colorado Springs, Colorado, a bachelor's degree in finance and economics with an emphasis on fire administration from Empire State College in New York. Chief Landine is a graduate of the City of Laredo Employee Leadership Development Program. He also is a certified public manager, holds various master certification levels from the Texas Commission of Fire Protection. Chief Landine enjoys spending some time with his family and is a member of the St. Patrick Catholic Church, Metro Fire Chiefs, and International Association of Fire Chiefs, and LULAC. He is in the process of becoming a Catholic deacon for the Diocese of Laredo, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chief Landine.
Thank you, Chief, for inviting. Appreciate the invitation to be here today to spend some time with all of you today. Today's a very special day for the city of McAllen and for you, the new firefighters to be in a few minutes when they get pinned. I'm honored to be here, and I'm also very happy. It's a beautiful place here in McAllen. You got a beautiful city. Congratulations, mayors, city managers, and commissioners. You have a beautiful city, a lot to be proud of, and you have a great fire department with a great interim chief and his command staff. And so first I wanted to say thanks for the invitation to be here. Yes, as you all know a little about me, I did retire. I was the fire chief in the city of Laredo since 2008. I retired May 15th, not too long ago, and reflected on some options, and I ended up getting called by the county judge, and he sends his congratulations, Judge Tano Tijerina, to the cadets and to the city and to the chief on this graduation as well. Cadets, soon-to-be firefighters, you have entered into a beautiful career. It is not just a regular job, it is a career. I could recall my first day in 1990 when I was called to the academy. An interesting way, I had dinner with the chiefs last night, and I told them how I got there. I was like most young men wanting to follow in their father's footsteps. My father was a deputy sheriff for the Webb County Sheriff's Department, and I took the test and joined them. I graduated at 17 years old, so at 18, I took the test to join the Webb County Sheriff's Office, and I got hired as a jail guard. So I was already making okay money, you know, as there, and my father came home one day and said, "Son, they're taking applications to get into the Laredo Fire Department." And I said, "No, I'm not interested. I want to follow your footsteps." And he said, no, I want you to fill this out. And I didn't. I left it on my desk, and he comes in a couple of days later and says, "Son, you need to fill that out." And I said, "I already told you, I'm not interested. I'm going to do what you're doing. I want to do that." And he says, "Fill the damn form out now." And, you know, our fathers know so much, but at the end of the day, I'm a man of faith, and I'll tell you that God has a plan for all of us, and he uses instruments to plant seeds in our hearts and in our minds. And that was a moment of just that. So I take this test, and never did I think I would be a firefighter. I ended up being the chief, and I was a chief for 12 years, and it was a beautiful, beautiful 30-year journey. Praise God for that. Now, what we look for in firefighters is honesty, integrity, loyalty, but most of all, having the heart of a servant. That is very important, having the heart of a servant. So to be here today receiving your badge and taking on the switch from cadet recruit to firefighter, you must have that. You have completed what many others desire to complete, an academy and to become part of such a wonderful organization. So many people wish they were sitting in your chairs. So people will be calling you throughout your career at their most difficult moments because they're just having a bad day. They're having a bad day. One of their family members collapsed. They may have gotten in an accident. They may have had a heart attack. The day is not going very well for them, but they call 911 for you to be there. Your job is to try to make that day just a little better for them, but at the end of the day, when we get that call, we're playing catch up. We're catching up. If the heart stopped beating, they're dead. The reality is they're dead. When a person has a cardiac arrest, they're considered dead. For all practical purposes, they're considered biologically dead with no pulse and no breathing. After 6 minutes, they're considered clinically dead. Let's take that into perspective and look at our average response time. Between 3 to 5 minutes is a national average of a response time, is the time that you'll first arrive on the scene. But they've already been down for a period of time. So you're playing catch up. That is the reality of it. All the training in the world is going to go into that moment. And you may not be able to successfully revive that person, but you got to do your best every single time you get that call, because we are already at a disadvantage. By the time that 911 call came in, who knows how long that person's been down, and they're dead. We just got to try to bring them back and make things a little better. Now, you have entered a career with many great opportunities to move up the chain of command. We heard from the chief. He talked about promotional opportunities on how to move up the chain of command. Stay focused. Keep your eye on the ball. I want to talk about my first day in the academy when I was sitting in the room, and I was telling the chiefs last night, you see the blue shirts coming in to welcome you, and then all of a sudden this white shirt comes in the room. And so we realized he's different than everybody else. So I said, I want to be like him. I want to be like him. That was the first goal. It was looking past the academy, looking into a 30-year time frame and saying, this is where I want to be at that spot. So when that white shirt entered, I told myself, that's going to be me. I'll get there. So what I'm trying to tell you is to take every opportunity to gain knowledge, to advance in your career, so that you know that you can do it if you apply yourself. I joined the organization at the age of 18. So I took the test, got hired in, joined, and I was a young kid in the academy, but a kid with lots of goals. I didn't have a college education. I was telling the chiefs last night that as soon as I graduated at 17, I went to the community college and did what most young boys do, most young men do. Look at the girls, do as little focus as possible. That's what I was doing. I was so unfocused. So that test engaged me into maturity, and that's what we need to do. So now that you begin your new journey, My point is for you to set your goals. Go after your goals. Stay focused with your goals. And when you get to the next goal, reassess your goals and shoot higher and set new goals. It's so important to do that. A little bit about how I ended up moving through. I became a captain 9 years after I joined the organization through the civil service process, through tests. And my goal was to be a chief officer with that white shirt, just like I mentioned to you. I knew that I still had 21 years left and one test to go. So I analyzed my goals and I said, I want to be the fire chief. I'm not satisfied with just that white shirt. I want to be the fire chief. But I didn't have college education, so I started going to college. You will be on a schedule 24/48. There's no excuse for you not to continue your education. Please do so for your own good. My father once told me, keep your eye on the ball, son. If the chiefs ever offer you more education, take it. Because in life, they can attack you, they can say what they want about you, they can bring you down and cut you down, but they can never remove your education. Never. So go after it. So I did. I got my bachelor's degree. I became a district chief in the process, so that first goal was done with, and my next goal was to be the chief. I put myself in position to be competitive in the city of Laredo, to be the fire chief. I made sure my degrees were specific to what I was going after, so that there was no way anybody can knock me out. I solidified my road. I didn't do it by myself. The man upstairs has a master plan, and there's no doubt in my mind. He set the road for me. I was wise enough to see it through his grace on me. So at the end of the day, set your goals, reassess, reevaluate. But remember this, if serving the public and service is below you, then leadership is beyond you. So always, always have the heart of a servant. Very, very important. Have the heart of a servant. Now I want to give you a message, cadets, soon to be firefighters. The equipment that you get is not cheap. A ladder truck costs about $1.2 million. You know that, city management, mayor, commissioners. Fire trucks are around $750,000. Take care of your equipment. Make it last. Your equipment will save lives. But always, again, I'm going to go back. Have the heart of a servant. I have a message for the fire chiefs. For Chief Schultz, Chief Gloria, Chief Winger, great, thank you for the invitation, and the rest of the command staff. Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, you have a great team, and I'm very confident in that. Mrs. City Manager, you have a great team. Chiefs, support your firefighters. The firefighters need to know that you have their backs. Tell the city manager's office what they need to hear, not what you think they want to hear. Just say it the way it is, chiefs. Straight up front and honest. A message to the city manager and the management team. Support your chiefs. Let them work. Give them the tools to do their work and ask them the tough questions and expect the tough answers. Great leadership isn't about control, it's about empowering people to take leadership. I want to give a message out to the spouses and the families. Your loved ones are going to see some pretty hard things out there in this career. They will see things that are beautiful, like childbirth, but they'll see some really, really bad things. Shootings, violence, stabbings, burn victims, breech deliveries that are very difficult to handle. They will see trauma out there. When they get home after a long shift, you may find them just sitting at home staring at a TV. They're probably not even watching it, to be quite honest with you. They're just looking at it. You may not get much of a response from them at that point. Don't assume that they're upset with you, mad or angry. Please don't do that. Your loved one may just be having a hard time turning that little switch off in their head from what they saw the day before. A child dead in their arms, somebody mangled inside a vehicle. And that's not an easy thing to turn off in the jobs that we have. Trust me, I know that personally. I still carry many of those moments in my mind. Waking up with those thoughts in my head. It is very, very real. Family, spouses, loved ones, be ready. Love them. Support them. You now have a challenge that they took upon to share with them that challenge. So you do it together. You do it with love. You are part of the team, family. They're not alone. You must be with them. A team is not a group of people who work together. A team is a group of people who trust each other, love each other, trust each other, serve each other, but most of all, have a heart of a servant. I want to congratulate each and every one of you here today for your hard work. You made it. I'm proud of you. Congratulations, Chief, and all the command staff for such a wonderful job delivering 11 more firefighters to the city of Austin's family. I'm honored to be here on behalf of myself, the county judge, and the city of Laredo. Congratulations with much love. Que Dios los bendiga a todos ustedes. God bless you all. Have a beautiful, wonderful career. Enjoy every minute of it. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Landine. Some very powerful words and from the heart. Thank you very much. Captain, I'm going to turn it back over to you at this time.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Chief Landine, Mayor, Assistant City Manager, Chief. I would now like to bring up Deputy Chief of the Training Division, Chief Philip Winger.
Good morning. First, I want to greatly appreciate everyone coming out here today to help us celebrate the accomplishments of 19 Alpha's graduation class. I want to talk a little bit about our academy. Our Fire and EMS Academy consists of three main parts. The first is the TCFP Fire Suppression Academy. Next is the TCFP Driver Operator course. And next is the National Registry Preparation Emergency Medical Technician Basic course. So it's three little academies in one. So this is why, as the mayor said, it takes about a good 8 months to process those academies, and then about 3 more months of orientation and shift work. And then finally, we're right now at the 1-year point when they become full-fledged firefighters. Now, I have been in the training division for the last 4 years and the last 4 academies, and I can attest to you the unique challenges that these individuals have had compared to previous academies. As we know, the world changed back in March. So they've had to do it too. They were in the middle of the fire academy when that happened. In the end, all of these men, now firefighters, have rose to this challenge and survived many of these obstacles. Not only did you all survive, you guys thrive. I want to say that this is the first individuals, the first group of 11 that all passed the National Registry Emergency Medical Technician exam on the very first try. That's the first one we've had in the city of McAllen. Congratulations, gentlemen. That is a major accomplishment, and you should be proud of that. Now, I promoted from captain to training deputy chief back in March. Thus, I would like to take a moment to recognize the previous efforts of Deputy Chief Tex Williamson. He was the training deputy chief at the beginning of their academy. I also want to thank the tireless efforts of all the members of our training division, which currently includes Academy Coordinator Captain Cesar Leos, here to the side, Captain Raul Guzman, Lieutenant David Spencer, and Mrs. Imelda Cantu, of course. Now, besides those, in your program, you have a list of all the fire and EMS instructors we've had throughout this academy. As many of them are here today, and for that, I want to thank you guys for your tireless efforts. Without you, this academy would not exist, so thank you. Appreciate it. Together, all of us work as a team and strive to improve daily on each academy's previous successes. And our job is to provide the best quality of future generations of firefighters. And I can say that we did a good job on this academy, so thank you all. In closing, I want to be proud of these accomplishments, but I don't want you guys to stop there. Don't be satisfied with your past successes. This is your first year. You're beginning a long career, as the mayor and the speaker said. Don't stop learning. Continue studying. Continue learning the trade craft. Promotion is important, but so is learning your job. Each step of the way, learn your job and then learn the job after that. I want to exhort you guys to continue your education, continue your training, continue whatever it takes to make you the best firefighter. At the end of the day, at the end of your career, 25, 30 years from now, I want you all to look back with pride and know that you gave it your best, that you gave it your all, and that you gave this profession the respect that it deserves. It is truly the best job in the world, and I thank you. Congratulations, 19 Alpha.
Captain Cesar Leos from the training division will now come up and present the top instructor, fire instructor award.
Good afternoon. So I have the honor of handing out the top fire instructor. That's for the fire portion of the fire academy. Unfortunately, this individual is not here today unless he has showed up. Someone raised their hand there. No, I can't. No, he's not here. So it goes to Lieutenant Vincent Abrigo. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain. So we'll make sure Lieutenant Vince Abrigo from B-Shift receives his award. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, LT, but Lieutenant Alise is our academy coordinator, and he'll present the top EMS instructor award, which I'm not sure if he's here either. You mind bringing it up, LT?
The EMS instructor for Cadet Class 19 Alpha is, no, I don't think he's here, is driver Ismael Villarreal.
Thank you, LT. We'll make sure that driver Villarreal, also from B-Shift representing today, or this year, that receives that award. So they're both busy individuals. I believe Doc is working at the hospital in West Local somewhere, and Vince probably teaching hazmat. And thank you, Captain Leos. Chief Winger will come back up, and he's going to do the presentation of the academic achievement and the meritorious awards. and he'll speak a little bit on those two awards and what they represent.
This first award is the Academic Achievement Award awarded to Cadet Class 19 Alpha. This award is a combination, like I spoke earlier, there's 4 different academies basically that they run throughout this process. So we tabulated the scores throughout the process. And the cadet with the highest score, I'm not sure if he's aware of this, so have your speech ready. The cadet with the highest Academic Achievement Award will be Cadet Mark Esquivel. Please come on up. As he comes up, like I was telling you earlier, it was not easy studying in this academy. We had multiple challenges thrown at us, and them personally as well. So they did overcome all those, and this is a true effort recognizing that. So this is something they earn. Feel free to say a few words. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, training staff. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. First and foremost, I would just like to thank the training staff, all the instructors, all the different staff for everything they did this year. We faced a lot of different obstacles, a lot of difficulties, a lot of sacrifices, and without them, we wouldn't be here at this point. Next, I would just like to thank the operations division for the smooth transition over to their division. Very difficult, a lot of different changes, but we were able to overcome that. Next, I'd like to thank all my Academy brothers. I'm very grateful for all of them. I was able to learn a lot from them over the whole year. We did it, guys. It was a very difficult year for us. A lot of different changes within our group, a lot of different things we had to overcome, a lot of different sacrifices we had to make individually. A lot of us were impacted different ways, but I feel we were able to overcome them in ways people didn't think we would. We were able to surpass expectations, and this award goes out to everyone. We worked really hard this year, and to get to this point, just a blessing. Last but not least, I would just like to thank my family. Without them, all of this wouldn't be possible. A lot of you guys sacrificed a lot for me, a lot of support, and I'd just like to say thank you. And thank you for everyone for having me, and thank you for being here.
All right, our last award is the Meritorious Service Award. This is voted on by the 11 cadets themselves. We have nothing to do with this. And they together well, let me tell you the purpose of this award. This award is given to the cadet who embodies the spirit of Corps that, pushes them all to be better firefighters. So with that, they all got together and they voted in secret. Again, I'm not aware if he's aware he won, but this is presented to Cadet Alvaro Marquez Jr. Please come on up. Congratulations.
Thank you, Chief. Pretty surprised winning this. I want to start off thanking my wife. Actually, it wasn't for her. I wouldn't got through this academy. It was pretty tough, studying and going home and having 2 kids. She really helped me out through everything, taking the whole responsibility of back at home. I've tried to help her out as much, but she practically helped me out since day one. I want to thank the McAllen Fire Department, all the chiefs, everyone that gave me this opportunity. It's a privilege to work for the McAllen Fire Department. I'm honored to work for this department, and I want to thank them to give me this this opportunity. Also, my brother, he's the reason why I'm here. He's the one who convinced me to take the exam, and if it wasn't for him, I would not be standing here. I want to thank all the training division for putting all their effort to sharpen us up and to have us where we're at the moment. Also, all the lieutenants that we've been going through shift, through different stations, all the lieutenants, all the firefighters that have been training us and sharing their knowledge with us. Thank you for everything that you've been doing for us as well. And also the guys, it's been a ride. It's been an experience that I'll never forget. And it's going to be an awesome memory to have with sharing a good memory with these guys, and it's been a good academy. So thank you for everybody that came out here, and thank you for voting for me, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Winger. The staff here, we're gonna now play a short video that MCN has provided for us. They always help us out every year, and so as we prepare here, we move the curtains. This is Academy Class 19 Alpha. We're performing some of their training evolutions throughout the academy process.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Look straight. Single arm. Single arm. Your arm goes that way. That looks like a double arm. Get your arm down. Arm that way. Those are some very interesting shoes. Very interesting shoes. Is there a reason why you brought those here today?
No, sir.
All right, front knee rest. You're gonna find yourself here in the McAllen Fire Department, in this academy, that all your failures are the failures of the group. Down, up,
Yes, sir.
down, up,
12, sir.
down, up.
30, sir.
La razón principal por la que decidí ser bombero, firefighter, es porque es una carrera muy digna, en la que abarca orgullo y el simple hecho de ayudar a los demás, al prójimo.
Growing up, firefighting was something I was always interested in. It took a few years to get to this point, but I mean, I really wanted to serve the community. I wanted to have a career that gives back.
At first, when I was joining the Army, I got out and I was looking for something more of the camaraderie vibe, and I saw that with the fire service I had that same vibe, you know, trusting each other, the man next to you. That's why I approached the fire service and McAllen Fire Department.
I decided to become a firefighter to make my family and my 7-year-old daughter proud.
I wanted to be a McAllen firefighter because I was influenced by seeing like how some of the guys got along in the trucks. I was seeking for that brotherhood, that the friendship the guys had, and of course, I mean, it comes with the job, like saving lives and helping our community.
I wanted to become a McAllen firefighter because of the standard that McAllen has. I've worked with the fire service since 2013. Started in San Benito, worked in Brownsville for a bit. I've worked in Mercedes, my hometown. I've worked as a paramedic and firefighter, and wanted to see what McAllen had to offer.
I wanted to do something that my family would be proud of, not something that no one in my family has actually ever done before.
Ever since I was little, it's always been a dream of mine to be a McAllen firefighter. I mean, it runs to my family. My older brother, my uncle have been in this department. I've always heard great things about it, and I felt it was a great way to just make my family proud at the end of the day, and that's always been my goal.
I wanted to be a firefighter for the city of McAllen, especially more for being a part of the best.
Started with my brother, actually. My brother used to work at the time for Alamo FD, and I was just, bouncing around with different jobs, and he was the one who kind of brought the idea about becoming a firefighter.
I wanted to be a McAllen firefighter because it was something my grandpa did, and I just wanted to follow in his footsteps and keep it in the family.
Let's keep it in step. Who are we? Who are we?
El seguir creciendo con el departamento, el adquirir más experiencia y conocimiento que espero pronto poder pasarlo a las nuevas generaciones. Espero ser capaz de ser alguien a seguir, un líder que pueda ser un ejemplo, un buen ejemplo para la ciudadanía.
I look forward to the opportunities that the department is going to provide. I know there's a lot of room for advancement as far as education, different certifications that we can get. So I'm actually really looking forward to better myself and at the same time better the department with different things that I'll be trying to learn.
I look forward to the career. I look forward to calling this department home. I look forward to growing in this department and making this department better, doing my part to make this better, to leave my footprint.
I'm looking forward, in growing in this job, learning the job better, becoming better every day. That's what I want. And
they're a great group of guys. I have a lot of fun with them. We're all friends. We like to hang out off the clock, on the clock. We like to get together, barbecue, have some good times.
Obviously, we all have different personalities, but I see it as we were all like one part of a big machine, right? We all work together, even though we were different. So we all have a pretty good understanding of how we all act and how we understand each other.
Overall, this year has been pretty difficult for us. I know through this horrible pandemic, we weren't able to spend as much time as we would like together, but I feel like as a class we really came together. We overcame a lot of different obstacles that a lot of people would never imagine, and we were able to get goals done that was never thought of, and I feel like we did the best we could, and I feel like we've come a long way.
All these guys, we've all just grown together. As each day has gone by in the academy, we've experienced everything together. Spent 5 days out of the week in the academy, in this classroom, out in the drill field, and we've grown to love each other, and I can call these guys my brothers.
Cadet training, it was not what I expected. It was pretty tough at first, and it has its days. Some days harder than others, but it was a lot of fun. We got a tight group, and we became good friends.
I ran here and there, but I've never ran as much as what we ran during the academy. Yeah, and I never ran a half marathon. That was the very first time, and it was an awesome experience.
My experience during cadet training was awesome. I loved going to the field every day and doing things that you don't get to normally do, just like in the normal life, going and cutting up cars and rappelling down the drill tower, shooting water from a fire truck. It was awesome.
One of my experiences is that I underestimated the gear. The gear requires a lot of stamina, a lot of cardio for you to perform and to execute your drills and your skills required to be a firefighter. It's something you have to adapt to.
I think my favorite experience was, I think everybody just getting along, everyone just meshing together, you know, everyone was kind of going through the same pain, going through the same physical and mentally, and I guess that just the brotherhood of it.
Cadet training, there are some intense days, not gonna lie, some intense days, some days that were just like, man, is this really for me? But when you're done, you just felt so accomplished, like, man, I didn't know I can do that. I didn't know I had it in me to do all that. The physical, the mental, just, I mean, it pushes you to your limits, but it makes you stronger at the end, and it's really humbled me.
It was a huge eye-opener. I never thought firefighters would do so much. I just thought they would respond to calls, put water on fire, and that's it. But everything I went through, everything I saw, experienced, it's more than just putting fires out. It's more helping the community out with even pushing a car out of the floods. It's rewarding. I was a correctional officer before this. It was a complete 180. I was used to more of an aggressive environment, and now it's more of a teamwork.
Engine 2, engine 1, engine 4, engine 3.
Mi esposa, porque ha sido un pilar, ha sido quien me ha impulsado a ser mejor, a seguir progresando y cada vez ser una mejor persona, un mejor ciudadano, un mejor esposo y un mejor amigo. Ella es muy fuerte.
I'd like to thank the training staff for all the time that they invested in us, and most of all, I want to thank my wife for being behind me through all of this. It wasn't only a roller coaster for myself, but it was for her as well. So I couldn't have done it without her help.
For the path that I've been through, it's been pretty hard, but I'm thankful to be here. And of course, I want to thank God. I'm a big believer, and like I said, I've never thought about being a firefighter, but He has His reasons why I'm here, and I'm very thankful for that. And thankful my family and my friends, and who supported me throughout the academy. Well, actually, my grandpa was pretty proud of it. He was a firefighter for Mercedes, San Benito, and Donna for I want to say a total of 30 plus years. So he was taken by surprise when I told him that I made it in.
I would like to thank the chiefs in the department and the training staff, and my wife and my daughter for being supportive and patient as I went through this journey.
Obviously my family, my parents, dad and mom. But I'd also like to thank my girlfriend's dad. He was a previous lieutenant here. He's retired, Lieutenant Cesar Gomez. He's just pushed me always to be better. And I'm thankful for him, and obviously my family.
I would like to thank, first and foremost, my family for helping me out, always being there. And I would like to thank the training staff, the training division. I mean, they gave us all the tools we needed to get through this, and all we had to do is basically pay attention and put some effort into it. I'd like to thank the city of McAllen for giving me this opportunity.
My family first, they're there every step of the way. As soon as I told them that I was gonna apply, they were proud of me, and they're just like, that's something that we can see you do. And if it makes you happy, then we're all for it. So, and my dad especially, because he's taught me all my values. He's taught me to work hard, to work for what I want.
I'd like to thank a lot of people for my accomplishment. My brother, Joey Esquivel, my mom and dad, they've been a real big part. I know my parents have been real supportive throughout the whole academy. Without them, I don't think any of this would be possible. My little brothers as well, they've really been my motivation just to keep working hard.
I would like to thank my whole family, because without them, there's times that you don't know how you're gonna move forward. But with family, they push me through it.
I'd like to thank my family, my wife and my kids. My wife has been supportive since day one. My family, my mother and my father, that they helped us out as well, once in a while, because they knew how much studying I was doing throughout the academy, so I really want to thank them. And my brother for giving me the idea. And
I'd like to thank my grandpa for doing it so long and pushing me to do it. My mom for bringing the idea up to me after college. Why don't you go work for the fire department? I was like, yeah, my grandpa did that. I think I'd like it. My mom for helping me throughout the whole academy, reminding me to get my uniform ready and everything.
No way.
So now the time we've all been waiting for. We will now pin our new firefighters. Each recruit will be called to the front to be pinned. After all of them have been pinned, they will then be sworn in by the firefighter oath administered by Chief Gloria. Academy Class 19 Alpha, attend, hut, right, face, post. Recruit Campos, front and center. Recruit David Campos will be pinned by his brother Jesus Campos. Recruit Cantu, front and center. Recruit Jacob Cantu will be pinned by his father, Tommy Cantu, and joining them on stage is his mother, Janie Cantu, and brother, Matthew Cantu. This way, sir. Recruit Del Toro, front and center. Recruit Jose Luis Del Toro will be pinned by his father, Jose Luis Del Toro Estrada. And joining him on stage is his mother, Nora Iris Del Toro, and girlfriend, Cecilia Gomez. No? Okay. Thank you, sir. Recruit Dueñas, front and center. Recruit Joseph Dueñas will be pinned by training captain Cesar Leos and Lieutenant Robert Reese. Dwayne, just get your stuff. Get your stuff. You might want that certificate of promotion letter. Recruit Esquivel, front and center. Recruit Mark Esquivel will be pinned by his father, Jose Esquivel, and joining them on stage is his mother, Carmen Esquivel. Thank you. Thank you. Recruit Marquez, front and center. Recruit Alvaro Marquez Jr. will be pinned by his wife, Yasmin Marquez, and joining him on stage is his parents, Alvaro and Veronica Marquez. front of me. Thank you. Recruit Martinez, front and center. Recruit Sergio Martinez will be pinned by his wife, Melissa Ann Ana Martinez. Recruit Nash, front and center. Thank you, ma'am. Recruit Austin Nash will be pinned by his grandfather, Jose Mata, and joining him on stage is his mother, Alma Mata. Recruit Pies, front and center. Thank you, sir. Recruit Raymond Pies will be pinned by his wife, Linda Pies, and join them on stage are his daughters, Chloe and Olivia Pies. This way, ma'am. Recruit Rios, front and center. Recruit Ryan Rios will be pinned by his grandfather, Ronaldo Gomez, retired lieutenant. Recruit Trevino, front and center. Recruit Victor Trevino will be pinned by his wife, Cindy Trevino, and joining him on stage is his mother, Gloria Trevino, and daughter, Emily Trevino. Recruits, attend. Hut.
Cadet Class 19 Alpha, prepare for the firefighter's oath. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of Texas. I will respect, honor, and obey the orders of my officers. I will obey and respond to the rules and regulations of the McAllen Fire Department. I will obey and support the laws and ordinances of the jurisdiction in which I serve. I recognize that our firefighter's oath is a symbol of public trust, and I accept our mission so help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm welcome to the City of McAllen and the McAllen Fire Department's newest firefighters from Class 19 Alpha.
Lieutenant Alaniz will now offer our benediction.
Let us bow our heads. God our Father, we thank you, Lord, again for this gathering and celebration of 19 Alpha, their families, and the members of the McAllen Fire Department. The grace of the Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all. May we always use our gifts bestowed on us to bring glory and honor to God our Father. May everyone have a safe trip home. Amen.
Thank you, Lieutenant Alaniz. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our promotional ceremony for McAllen Fire EMS Academy Class 19 Alpha. Congratulations. We ask that on your way out, if the cadets want to take a picture with their family, there is a little stage set up out there. Just please keep in mind social distancing. You were supposed to be wearing our masks the entire time when you're out there around other people around within 6 feet when you're communicating. So please keep that in mind. Other than that, thank you for coming out. Commissioners, Chief, guest speaker, Chief Landon, everybody else, command staff, thank you for coming out.
Who are 19 Alpha?